I do believe that when service is extraordinary, the tip should match that. But here's where I draw a line, and I don't know how you feel about this. If you go to a counter and nobody does anything for you, they don't inquire as to what they can do to make your experience better. Perhaps you walk up to a counter and say, "I'd like a large coffee," and they fill a cup from an urn and give you that cup. And then they swing the device around and want you to select the tip that you're inclined to give for that. I don't find that to be tip-worthy service. Am I alone on that? And I'm not inclined to be a miser when it comes to tipping. I believe very, very, very much in adequate and then sub-tipping for adequate or better service. But that is that's a bit too much, I think. That's really truly a case where there is no extraordinary service or even special service. It's simply presenting a product that a person has expressed a desire to have, and then charging them for that. So to actually apply the tip to that, I think is something that's a bridge too far. But I find this New York Post article to be rather encouraging because it looks as though people understand the benefit and the extent to which you can brighten somebody else's day, frankly, by offering a heartfelt expression of appreciation and gratitude. It's a good thing. Yeah, I think as it turns out, all of the research I've read today looks very much as though it's good for the person who expresses that gratitude. So, is there anybody in your life that you would like to have a chance to express a thought or a legitimate belief of gratitude to? If so, we can help with that. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for people to know that they make an impression in the lives of others, and it's a good thing for people to understand. And the selflessness and willingness to jump in and help out, I truly believe it's something that should be recognized and acknowledged. And who knew? It would make you feel better too. 800-834-1530. 800-834-1530. More conversation coming up. We'll wait.
Local news, breaking news, traffic, weather, and the in-depth analysis news on again every afternoon, 3 to 4 on KFCK.
Kenny O'Neill, for decades, bringing you the KFCK afternoon.
Really? He knows what he's talking about. On KFCK, Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
How would you like to come home to a bartender who will fix you any cocktail you want? I'll have an old-fashioned.
I'll have a margarita.
Now you can, with the Bartesian Home Cocktail Maker. Bartesian is a sleek machine the size of a coffee maker that makes premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Choose from over 50 different cocktails, from classics to the most exotic premium cocktails served in the best bars today. You'll always get freshly mixed, perfectly balanced cocktails with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. And now, get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever at bartesian.com/cocktail. Entertaining? The Bartesian is ideal for parties. You'll need to stock all kinds of individual mixers for complicated recipes. Every guest gets a cocktail of their choice in seconds. The Bartesian makes a wonderful gift for anyone who loves a fine premium cocktail. Now get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever. It's available right now, only at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's bartesian.com/cocktail for Bartesian's best deal ever. Only at bartesian.com/cocktail.
$250,000 in cash prizes at one super hot truck. Those are just a few of the highlights from Stone's Gambling Hall's Wheeling and Dealing Fall giveaway. That's going on right now. Swing on by Stone's today. Start earning tickets to qualify you for weekly cash prizes, free play, and the ultimate grand prize, a 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4 truck. Whether your game is California blackjack, three-card poker, maybe it's Pai Gow or Baccarat, Stone's, they have you covered. The more you play, the better your chances are to win. See the website for details so you don't miss out. And to top it all off, football is here. At Sandy's Restaurant and Bar, they're offering game day happy hour specials during every pro game. It is the place to cheer on your favorite team with over 40 TVs. And don't forget the food at Sandy's is always excellent and it's smoke-free 24/7. Stone's $250,000 Wheeling and Dealing Fall giveaway now through December the 2nd, located on I-80 in Antelope. Stone's Gambling Hall. Still the one, still the only. DEGA 004 003 003 003 003 003 DEGR 00217 00238. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, everybody. I'm blessed to have a wonderful career for a lot of years. People still come up to me all the time and they go, "How are you, Kathy Lee Edgar?" Blah, blah, boom. And future. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code KLG.
Hi there, John McGinnis here on this Thanksgiving. I'm out having a good time with family and friends. I hope you're doing the same. Have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving. And thank you for you, a great audience. I'll see you Monday. Welcome back. Thanks for staying on board. John McGinnis with you, KFBK News Radio Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and your smart speaker. So, moments earlier, I made reference to, I think I said Gen X, as the first generation, or the generation that's dealing now with the really truly missing out on some of life's experiences, certainly at as young an age as those who have come before them had. But thanks, Pamela, who sent me a note explaining exactly where the generations break down. Obviously, 1946 to 64, the baby boomers. Next is Gen X, 65 to 80. I didn't realize they were that far back. But they have missed out on a bit too, quite honestly. Major factors at play for Gen X were the increasing divorce rate and increased labor participation by women in society. So this earned Generation X the moniker latchkey generation because there was less adult supervision during adolescence than of previous generations. But then millennials, 1981 to 96, marked the continuation of patterns that began to form Gen X. Marriage is often delayed, childhood extended, and on average, people from this generation are having fewer kids. And then you get into Gen Z, 1997 to 2010, also known as the Zoomers. This generation is defined by social media. They are the first generation to grow up with social media and with uninhibited access to screens. Some major trends that have begun to develop are the increase in allergies, mental health issues, and less time spent in person-to-person interactions. And then, of course, Generation Alpha is 2011 to present. And it looks, I think those trends regrettably will continue. So It is different. And those are things that can maybe cloud a person's recognition of all for which they have every reason to be grateful. Look at the opportunities we have here still, even with the complicated challenges that we have. It is still just an extraordinarily great place to be. So let's get your call, shall we? 800-834-1530, 800-834-1530. Jason is patiently waiting in Elk Grove. Jason, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the conversation, and thank you for holding on.
Hey, Sean, thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure.
Hey, I got a quick comment about tipping.
Yeah?
When you're at a restaurant where you got to get up and get your food, clean up yourself, get your own refill.
Yeah.
And when the buzzer buzzes off, that you got to walk all the way up and go pick up your food. I just don't think it's an accurate assessment that they want us to tip. You know, I mean, it costs $35 to $40 for a family of 3 now because the price of food's outrageous. Everything's gone up, as you know. Now, I used to be a server. I used to be a server when I was in college. And to this day, I still tip well when I'm at a restaurant, and I sit down from start to finish. I think it's still a good thing when you get great service. You give a good tip above and beyond.
I'll bet you have I'll bet you have a greater likelihood of tipping well than others who have never had that experience of being a server, right? And you remember what you did, and I can tell you the things that you have servers that if you're back the second time, they remember what you wanted. I mean, they remember your choice, and I mean, very early on, quickly they pick up on a name and call you by name. Those are things that I think that's taking an extra special effort that I think should be compensated with a tip. And I know not everybody agrees with that, but your point as to a fast food establishment where they stand behind the counter the whole time and you actually do the serving yourself, or if you simply walk in and order something very basic like a cup of coffee, and they swing that device around that gives you options for tipping, that seems more than a bit tacky to me, and it's not well received in my experiences.
I couldn't agree more. No. Anyhow, I just wanted to comment on it. Thank you.
I appreciate it very much, Jason. I think that's
all right.
Fair observation, sir. Yeah, I guess there's no absolute mandate or a hard expectation that you do compensate for extra special service, but understand that as I understand the manner in which the restaurant or hospitality service does their books these days, there is an expectation of tipping based upon the amount of products sold or handled by a given server. So they're going to have the expectation of a tip coming in to a certain degree. I don't know if it's high enough to go for to eat up all of those really truly generous tips, but it's not as though they suffer as a result of inadequate tipping. And if the service is good, I think you should express gratitude there as well. I suppose if somebody's living on a tight budget and they can't do it, maybe you offer that at the time of doing business. But perhaps you reconsider how you're going to eat in the first place if you can't cover the cost of a tip. Regardless, I think that especially this time of year, it's very good to acknowledge and give some thought to those things for which you should be grateful. And we really are. I think even if you've had a couple of bad days, if you recognize the current trends in society, as I think many of us do, as not going in the right direction. This has happened before. We've had extraordinarily challenging times in this great country, obviously throughout the beginning of time, at the beginning of the nation, and we've always come back. So I have confidence that we will survive. I have confidence that this great republic will in fact survive and come back and will be a robust, rich place in which to live in the future. And even in spite of those challenges that we face, if you're like I am, you look at the people that have found themselves in significant positions of leadership, both nationally and in state government, and you think this is not a particularly great time. Nonetheless, that notwithstanding, there are things for which to be very, very grateful and to recognize the rights that we have just by being on American soil. And for those of us that were born here, you should recognize and appreciate the fact that people gave their blood and lives in order for us to have this wonderful experience. And if people are really truly committed to taking the course of action that they need to take to make sure that the republic survives, we're going to do just fine. And I believe that's the case. I truly believe that will happen, even though we're going to have some rocky road to cross in the meantime. But think about it. This Thanksgiving, I know there's some great football opportunities, and there is a lot of food to be enjoyed. But maybe if there's somebody in your life that you have, I don't know, maybe you've fallen out of favor with, maybe you just don't see as often as you should, somebody that you may know is dealing with difficult times, reach out to them. And if you have a legitimate feeling of gratitude toward them, share it with them. And maybe you'll brighten their lives and your own. Now, I got to tell you, I am not going to be here tomorrow or throughout the rest of the week. So, but we will have pre-recorded programming. So I hope that everyone has a very, very safe and happy and healthy Thanksgiving. This is, again, if you think about all of the holidays that we celebrate, there's great traditions with all of them. But this is something that really, truly is celebrated for the purpose of acknowledging things for which, and people for which to be grateful. So I hope you enjoy it. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you back here on Monday. Have a great one.
Building a better Sacramento. KSBK. News Radio. 93.1 FM. 1530 AM. An iHeart radio station.
Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, news, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, there's John McGinnis here. Let's think about this for a moment. What is a true fiduciary? Well, Mike Lester is the founder of Talent and Wealth, and he believes the definition is quite simple. A true fiduciary is someone who does not sell products. Some of those products could be mutual funds, annuities, or even real estate investment trusts. Mike says a true fiduciary shouldn't get paid before their client does. And that absolutely makes sense. Mike is a true fiduciary who's passionate about those near and in retirement, being aware of all your retirement options and making sure you receive the full value you're paying for. Every penny counts in retirement. So reach out for a free comprehensive financial plan to see if there are better options available that you may not be aware of. Call 916-545-6000. 916-545-6000. By the way, this process also reveals if you've saved enough to retire comfortably. So connect and schedule now at startingyournextthing.com.
Advisory services from Talent Private Wealth and SEC registered investment advisor John McGinnis was compensated for this message and is not a client of Talent Private Wealth, LLC, California license 0N00828.
Have fun while doing something good at the Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run, honoring the Arthritis Foundation's 75 years of progress. This 5K run raises money for adults and children with arthritis. It's the season's most festive event for a great cause. Get in your favorite holiday costume and run, walk, or stroll, or cheer on others from the sidelines. Saturday, December 9th at William Land Park. Through Jingle Bell Run, you can make a big difference, helping people with arthritis and their families say yes to conquering this disease. Be there with bells on. Sign up today. Go to jbr.org/Sacramento to register. Let's conquer arthritis together and support our local arthritis community.
Fires are becoming more unpredictable, and charred soil is increasing our risk for flooding. Knowing your flood risk builds resilience, and having flood insurance gets you disaster ready. Visit floodsmart.gov/wildfires to get ready and stay resilient.
This Black Friday Mattress Firm is your sure bet. This Friday until noon, get a queen mattress for just $89.99. Don't miss this exclusive doorbuster. Available for in-store pickup only while supplies last. Hurry in and save at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale.
I'm Tony Lopez with CBS 13 News. I've never been more proud to be in local news than I am right now with our team. Difficult times. News is coming at you from so many sources. So now more than ever, it is crucial that we step up our game, and we do it every day. Asking questions, digging deeper. Every night's a new challenge, but this team is tenacious. They continue to push for answers for you and bring you the stories that matter.
Getting answers. Every night on the CBS 13 News at 10. How's it going? It's B. Shorty. The ongoing mental health epidemic in California continues to overwhelm the behavioral health workforce, which impacts the delivery of mental health services. With half of our children and adolescents struggling with varying degrees of mental health challenges, getting proper support has become more difficult than ever.